Salut tout le monde, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to those if this is your first time stopping by. Yes, as you can tell by the title of this tutorial, I managed to get time today to record a tutorial for you guys, and I decided to do a little get ready with me chit chat. So I'm sorry if I was rumbling a little bit. I was just being myself, and it was a little bit fun, and I literally did enjoy recording this tutorial. And guys, do let me know what type of tutorials you guys would like to see on my channel. Comment down below what type of looks you guys would like me to create, and what type of product you guys would like me to use, so that way it's easier for you to find it, to use it, and to recreate whatever look that I would be doing on this channel. Yeah, so don't forget to like if you haven't, share to your friends and family if you haven't, and subscribe as well, because sometimes someone can be watching but they haven't subscribed. Make sure you do subscribe and support your girl, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time guys, bye, au revoir, à la prochaine, que Dieu. Hey guys, done my brows off camera. If you guys would like to see an updated brow tutorials, do comment down below and I'll definitely do that, because I've actually changed the way I do my brows, and I'm definitely gonna let you guys know. So now let's move on to the eyes. I used the same concealer I cleaned my eyebrows. I used it as a primer for my eyes, and I used a setting powder just to set it so my eyeshadow doesn't crease. And for the eyes, I'm gonna be using the Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette, and that's the Zaran 2 by Juvia's. So they do have beautiful colors in there, as you guys can see. I love these colors. Using these matte eyeshadow right here, and I'm gonna use this color right here as my transition color. See, I applied a bit of it on my crease, so I went just right in here, a little bit on my crease and a little bit above the brow bone. And I'm happy with the intensity of that color. So if you want it to be a little bit more intense, you have the freedom of doing so, because I'm going for more of a nice and subtle eye look. So I don't want it to be too intense, but if I feel like, oh, I need a little bit more, I can still go back and add a bit more. So the best way to do it, to blend eyeshadow, I would say start with a little and work your way in. And now, since I'm done with that, I'm gonna go and use this brown eyeshadow here, and it's called Fit, and I'm gonna place it just right in my crease. I'm not gonna go above the brow bone, I'm just gonna place it right in the crease, starting from the outer corner and building my way in. With that same brush I used in the beginning to apply my transition color, I'm just going to blend the edges even more so we don't have any harsh lines. I'm quite happy with the intensity intensity, I got it up to. And now I'm just gonna go back again with the Juvia's Place eye palette, and this because I want it to be a little bit darker over here, like this, a little bit more of like a dark brown. So I'm gonna use this color right here, just a little bit of it, and I'm just gonna place it in the outer corner of my eye, like right here, and building it just a little bit in the inner corner, but not as much. As I'm done with that, just like I did before, going back with a nice fluffy brush, just blending the top, just making sure these edges are nice and seamless, we don't have any harsh lines and stuff. Happy with that. And now I'm gonna take a little bit of a concealer, and this one is the LA Girl. Like, I don't even know what to say, man. Like, to date, this is still my favorite concealer because it does the trick, you know, and come on, it's cheap too. So I'm just gonna use that to do a half cut crease pretty much. I know it's been a minute. I've posted another tutorial. You guys will have to forgive me with that. It's not easy, man. Like, doing your makeup look, and then after that you have to edit the video, you have to make sure the content is right. It takes time. Like, some of you might think, oh, this is just makeup, there's nothing else to it. Trust me, man, I used to think the same thing as well until I really got into it. I'm like, man, that's a lot of work. Like they say, consistency is the key. So I'm gonna try my best this year to be more as I've done that. So I'm just going back with my finger, happy with it. And now I'm gonna be using this Bobbi Brown eye palette, and this one is called the Smoky Crystal. I'm gonna use this color right here, and the camera is not doing it justice, but yeah, I'm gonna use this color right here. It's so beautiful because the eyeshadow is quite a bit sparkly, so it needs a little bit of a base. So I went back in this Juvian eyeshadow palette, and I used this small, like a champagne type of color, so I'm using it as a base. And then I'm gonna go back with that Bobbi Brown eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna apply that same color right on top of it because I want this eye look to be quite sparkly and stuff. And yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. And I'm going to use my fingers, and one thing I also noticed is the brush doesn't do it justice, so it doesn't pick as much product. So I'm going to use my fingers, just do so, and oh my god, can you guys see that? Pretty. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with that palette right here, this one here. I'm gonna go back with this one here, and just take a bit of that color right there and place it just to clean it up a little bit. And I'm not taking too much product, I'm just taking a tiny bit. I'm just blending the edges again. Remember, the key to eyeshadow It's just to blend. And don't be in a rush. Practice makes perfect. Nobody got the first beautiful eye look the first time they've done it. Now practice. If I show you my old pictures on how I used to do eyeshadow, oh my god. Back then I thought that was good, but now when I look at it I'm like, oh my god, what was I even thinking? But that's progress. Like, you cannot jump straight to 10 without going through 1. You have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and get to 10. Basically that's just how it is. So yeah, and what I'm doing now is I'm taking a bit of that brown like I showed you, and I'm just placing it right here so I can blend that side there, so you can see where it's stopping and where it's starting. I'm just doing it so, like that. And I want the outer corner to be a little bit more darker than what it is now, so I'm gonna go back with the same palette right here and take this color. And do let me know, guys, if you want me to do a little more of Chit type of makeup tutorial, so you guys can see what I do and you'll be able to recreate it at home by yourself and stuff, so you can see each step. Yeah, but other than that, I've been good. Life has been good. Now I'm gonna use the Bobbi Brown gel liner. I'll be using today are the Chit lashes, and these ones are called Adriana. I really like them. Look at how fluffy they are, because they're gonna give me that glam that I'm after. And yeah, and I'll be right back after that. See you later. Now we're done with this, the eyes, so let's get down to the face. I'm gonna be using the MAC oil control lotion because I'm quite oily, so I need, you know, to lock it in, and this definitely works for me. Anyone who's oily, you can get one from MAC, and you can also get one from Bobbi Brown. And my next tutorial, I'm going to show you another one that I like using, actually, that also does the trick for me. But for today, I actually wanted to use this one, so I'm going to use that. Since I want to go for a more dewy look, I don't want something too dry. I still want a little bit of glow to my skin, even though I'll have some makeup on and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be using the MAC strobe cream. It's really good, and like I said in my next tutorial, I do have a Bobbi Brown one as well, and I'm going to actually do a tutorial where I use maybe just Bobbi Brown product. We'll see how that goes, so that will give you guys a little bit of an idea. Like, you can actually find this stuff for different brands, so I do like it as well, and that's why I wanted to use it today. Foundation today, I'm gonna be using the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear. First of all, let me talk about this one here. I remember before I started getting into makeup, it was hard to get a foundation for dark skinned girl like me, especially here in New Zealand. It's really hard. Like, the struggle is real, and the only brand I remember that would do it was MAC and Estee Lauder, because now they've brought even more, like, so many shades, and trust me guys, go to them and you definitely find the perfect shade for you. So I was kind of stuck. I was like, oh, I only have MAC and Estee Lauder, and I didn't have, and also Smashbox, but not every city have Smashbox here in New Zealand, so it was a little bit hard for me to find different foundation as well. You have to buy it online. I'm not someone who likes to buy especially makeup. Like when it comes to foundation, I don't do online shopping. Like I don't want to go to the struggle of, if it comes it's not the right match, then I have to send it back and stuff like that, so I don't do that. And then I went to Lancome. A friend of mine was like, oh, we do have foundation, your shit. I'm like, really, you do? And when I went to her, yeah, definitely they do. So if you're looking into finding even foundation for dark skinned girl like moi, you know, like me, go to Lancome, go to Estee Lauder, go to Bobbi Brown, obviously, MAC. These are the ones that I know because they're not drugstore brand, so they will cater to more shade range. As if you go to Maybelline, Revlon, L'Oreal, bruh, like literally there's no dark shade. They don't even have my shade, and I'm like, do you think there's only, you know, like, New Zealand is a diverse country, so you have to cater to everyone, you know, because money comes everywhere, you know. So yeah, but a little too much talking and stuff, but I love this foundation here. It's so good. And a tiny bit here, as you guys can see, this much, and then that's it. So then that way, that's the best way also to apply foundation. Start with a little, because if you squeeze out a lot and then you have it all over your face, how do you, like, you have no way to spread it, and that's why your face looks so makeup-y. It looks like someone is just wearing a mask. So the best way to do it, just start with a little, and if you feel like, oh, I need a little bit more of a coverage, go areas where you need it, than having to have a whole lot on your face and then you're now struggling to, you know, spread it around. So as you can see, I just have a tiny bit, and I'm just gonna buff it in. And heads up as well with this foundation, it smells good. Like, it does have a bit of fragrance to it, but it doesn't bother me. I do like it. Can you see how this foundation is, like, you can't even tell I have it on? You should go to Lancome, man. You should actually. Also, don't drag my foundation down my neck anymore. Like, you don't have to do that. That's why you have to get the right match, so that way you don't have to drag it down. And then when you take pictures, it looks different. But look guys, I've only applied it here, but you can't tell the difference. So all you have to do is just apply it down there, just buff it in, you know, without having to drag it down. So then when you're wearing a top or whatever, like I'm wearing right now, you can actually see it matches me so perfectly. Like, I don't need to hide anything. So yeah, just need a little bit more under my eyes, so I've just pumped out a little bit more, and I'm gonna show you how much I did. Just this much there. I haven't done a lot. Good, very natural. And can you see how I still wanted that dewy look? I didn't want it to be too dry, and this foundation is very lightweight. Like, it is so lightweight, like you don't feel like you're wearing any makeup. And the good thing is, even when you wear it lighter, you don't even feel like you have anything on, you know. I really do like it. I love it. It's beautiful. And now for concealer, like I said, Ella Girl Pro Concealer, my favorite. What I do as well with concealer is I just use a little bit, and I don't need to draw a triangle. Like, whatever product I'm gonna apply here, I can always drag it down a little bit. I can always drag it down, so I don't have to draw that line. Like, you see people going all the way there, applying so much, and then by the time you blend it, like, your concealer ends up here, because you don't have anywhere else to blend and to spread all that product you've applied on. So what I do is I just a tiny bit. That's it. why do you need so much? No, you don't. Who said that? Nobody. So you don't need much, you just need a little bit. Done that. So I haven't done contouring in a long time. What I do now is I just use a bronzer. I'm done. Like, but today I actually wanted to do like full glam, you know, and I'll be using the Benet shadow wheel. So it's cream eyeshadow, and they do have dark colors in them, and I'm gonna use this one right here. I'm actually enjoying this, man. Like, I actually did miss it. So now just gonna blend it. Guys, always blend, man. Don't get out of the house with a huge line on your nose. And I see some girls coming in with their makeup done. They think they're looking so fly. Man, like, the contour line is not blended, or you see so dark, and she'll be walking like all that, and then by the time I look at the face, I'm like, girl, didn't you look in the mirror? Like, seriously, you see the contour line is not blended. It's just, it looks harsh. Like, take your time, man. Like, sometimes the highlighter, like, guys, don't go buy highlighters. Don't go with your skin tone. Like, by the time I get to highlighter, I'm gonna tell you, like, sometimes you see a dark skinned girl or a more light skin, like not my skin tone or whatever, she's wearing this white highlighter that you can literally see the line. Like, it's like right there. And I'm like, girl, like, do you actually think this looks fly? I'm sorry, guys, but seriously, like, you can see I've done so much product on my face, but I still don't look like somebody else. I still look like me. Like me. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Now I'm gonna be setting underneath my eyes, and I'll be using the Sasha Buttercup setting powder. Even this stuff to get shipped here in New Zealand is hard. Like, it's so hard, you don't understand, guys. Like, oh, but anyway, so I don't bake anymore, so I just press it in. So that gives you a nice flawless finish. You see? That's it. Don't need to bake. Because one thing you guys have to understand with makeup is nobody's right and nobody's wrong. Everybody is actually doing whatever works for them. So if it works for you and you think, oh, this makes me look fly, this makes me look like this, sister, do your thing. Like, nobody's gonna tell you, I'm here, I'm doing what works for me. And if you feel like, oh, I want to follow the same step as Amond, go for it, sister. Nobody's gonna stop you. But don't come here, don't comment down below, oh, you're not supposed to do that, you're not da 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 da. Like, do you? I do me. So nobody's perfect, nobody's a pro. There's no right or wrong with makeup. So do what works best for you. There's just certain tricks where you have to follow, certain tips that you have to do. But other than that, if the result is this, then what's the point? Whether I start with my eyes or I start with my face, it doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong way. Let me tell you that for now. I'm just gonna go on top with my powder, and this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark. This is my favorite powder, guys. Like, So far, so good. So far, so good. So far, so good. So far, so good. The MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Dark Deepest, and it's a powder, because this powder is a little bit darker than my skin tone, so I'm gonna use it to contour. Yeah, yes, yes, sister. We're gonna do a little bit of reverse contour. I just want these to be snatched a little bit more. I'm gonna do the bottom part of my eyes, so I'm just gonna go back with the same palette, and all the colors I used, these ones and this one here, I'm just gonna do the same underneath as well. I want it to be a little bit darker underneath, so I'm gonna go with this palette right here and use the darker one here, and I'm just gonna apply it in the outer corner of my eye, because that's where I want the deepness to be. For liner, I actually wanted to do the eyeshadow first before going in, and I'm gonna be using the MAC Feline eyeliner. And now I'm just going to apply one of my favorite mascara. Okay, I remember I did a video way back where I was like, oh, I'm not ready to spend so much money on a mascara. Okay, let me change that, because I got converted. I don't have long lashes. I actually don't. But this Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara, that's the trick for me. Like, it's the best mascara I've ever used. Like, hands down, guys, I'm not lying. And it's worth it. Like, it's worth the money. I'm not going to tell you how much it is. Go check it out yourself. But it is worth it. How smoky this look is. That's what I wanted to go for, guys. I'm gonna be using the Sleek Makeup Blush by 3 palette. I love this palette right here because it has 3 colors, which I love using, and I'm gonna be using these 2 colors right here. Very subtle. Like, you want to wear blusher where it's like it's there but at the same time not there, if you get what I mean. Like, you don't want it to be too much where your cheeks are now like so red, especially for us dark skin girl. Always start with a little and then build your way. And one of my favorite thing that I like to do actually is to top it up with this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Perfectly Lit. So it comes like this. It's like a disc, and they do have quite a few colors. It's more like a shimmer type of finish. But some people could use it as a highlighter. I like to use it just to top it off on top of my blusher. So that way I have that little glow finish to my blusher. highlighter I'll be using today is MAC again, the MAC Gold Deposit. It's the best because I want my highlighter to look a little bit more subtle. Like, you want to glow, like the glow is there, but at the same time it doesn't show. See what I'm doing? I'm not doing a line like this. I'm doing this with my highlighter. The reason why I'm doing that, because I don't want any harsh line to show where my highlighter is starting and where it's stopping, so it just looks seamless. As you can see right there, like, you can't tell. So that's why I do that. So, you know, because man, if you just do this, by the time you get out, you see that line, it's not attractive at all. It's not. I'm gonna be using the MAC Rich Chestnut. And for lipstick, I'm not gonna be using a lipstick today because I want the attention to be on the eyes. So I'm gonna be using this Bobbi Brown lip gloss called Buff. I'm just shaking my head, that's to tell you it's that good. And now, to finish it all, MAC setting spray.